One wrong turn, by a driver who wasn't even supposed to make it, started a war that killed 20 million people. 20 million! 20 million! Not from a master plan, not from some evil genius scheme years in the making. From a guy taking a wrong turn and stopping to correct it. Right in front of the one man in Europe who wanted him dead. So what actually happened? Here's the setup. June 28, 1914. Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne. Here's the twist nobody expects. He wasn't some warmonger. He actually argued against war, multiple times. He thought the empire was too fragile for one. Doesn't matter. He's touring Sarajevo that day anyway. Open-top car, almost no security. Nobody's worried. Now, 6 assassins are waiting for him that morning. 6? They're teenagers, mostly. Disorganized, terrified, barely trained. One guy throws a bomb. It bounces off the car, explodes behind it, injures bystanders instead. The Archduke survives. Keeps going with the parade like nothing happened. Here's the part that gets me. He decides to visit the wounded in the hospital afterward. Good instinct. Kind gesture. Nobody tells the driver the route changed, so the driver takes the old route, the planned one, not the new one. Someone shouts, "Wrong way." The driver panics, stops the car, starts to reverse. Right there, on that exact street, is a 19-year-old named Gavrilo Princip. He wasn't there because he tracked the car. He was there because the bomb attempt failed, and he'd wandered off, defeated, to get a sandwich. Think about that for a second. The most important assassination of the 20th century happened because a car stalled outside a deli. He steps forward, fires twice. The Archduke is dead within the hour. So is his wife, Sophie. And here's the detail almost nobody knows. She wasn't even supposed to be on the tour that day. She came along anyway, to be with her husband. One decision to keep him company, and she never went home. Now here's where it gets interesting. This should have stayed a local tragedy. One assassination, one funeral. Done. Except Europe had spent decades building a very stupid system. A web of alliances. Everybody promising to defend everybody else. Austria-Hungary blames Serbia for the assassination, threatens war. But first, they check with their biggest ally. Germany's Kaiser sends back a message. Historians call it the blank check. Basically, whatever you decide to do, we've got your back. No conditions, no limits. Just go ahead. That's the moment this stops being containable, because now Russia says, if you attack Serbia, we defend them. Germany says if Russia moves, we back Austria-Hungary. France says, if Germany moves, we're in too. Britain says, if Belgium gets touched, that's our line. Nobody wanted this war. That's the part people forget. Kings and prime ministers all across Europe were sending panicked telegrams to each other. Cousins, most of them. Literally related. The Kaiser and the Russian Tsar were actually writing to each other directly, personally, begging each other to stop, and neither one could undo what their own countries had already set in motion. Here's what gets me about this. The alliance system wasn't designed to start a war. It was designed to prevent one. Everyone armed. Everyone allied. Nobody would dare attack first, except that only works until somebody actually gets shot. So what happens next moves fast. Terrifyingly fast. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. July 28th, Russia starts mobilizing troops. July 30th, Germany declares war on Russia. August 1st, Germany declares war on France. August 3rd, Germany invades Belgium to get to France faster. Britain declares war on Germany. August 4th, 1 week, one assassination, to a continental war. In 1 week. And here's the detail that really gets me. The generals had built these mobilization plans for years. Precise, rigid, down to the exact train schedule. Germany's plan only worked one way: attack France first through Belgium before Russia could fully mobilize. There was no version where they just mobilized halfway and waited to see what happened. The plan only worked at full speed, or not at all. So, countries went to war partly because reversing the mobilization looked more dangerous on paper than just continuing it. Let that sink in. Men died because turning the trains back around looked too risky in a planning document. So here's the real reason it happened. Not a mastermind. Not some grand conspiracy years in the making. A missed turn, a stalled car, a sandwich shop, a blank check nobody thought through, and a system so tightly wound, so overloaded with promises and treaties that one gunshot could pull the whole thing down. 4 years of war followed. 4 empires collapsed by the end of it. 20 million people died. 20 million. All because a driver didn't know the route changed. Wrong turn. World War.